Hello, Scrappy friends. Welcome back to the third video in our Keeping It Simple series, Christmas edition, where you probably already know we are focusing on the Creative Memories, the new idea book. It's 52 scrapbooking project recipes, and we're going to jump right in today. We are going to be working here on page 86, and it's this project recipe right here. And just a quick reminder, if you don't have the idea book or access to these project recipes, you can jump over to my blog right over here on my website. Yep, I moved it to the other side of the screen. And you can get a printout of the 3 project recipes that I've used for this Keeping It Simple series. And the reason you might want to do that, even if you do have the book, is because the original project recipe, which is what I listed on the blog, uses different collection than what's here in the book and different from what I'm going to use today. For today's recipe, this one is the Sydney Scenes collection, and the original one was using the Vitamin C collection. But of course today I'll be using Christmas Charm because we're going to tackle another Christmas page. So here's what the finished layout looks like. There is a special technique today, which I absolutely love. I can't wait to show you. This one might be slightly more difficult than the first 2, but it definitely fits within our category of keeping it simple. Again, we need 2 pieces for our background. You could see here they used matching paper, and I'm going to be doing that today. And then we need 2 pieces of additional designer paper or pattern paper, and we are going to trim it down like they recommend here. We'll be bringing in a border punch and of course some embellishments and some decoration. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to break down this project recipe so that you can see what we are going to do today. This one is pretty nifty. We're going to cut an L design out of our paper on both sides, one going this direction and then one going that direction. We're going to give it a little fishtail, and then we're going to take the remaining piece of this and we are going to punch out a border punch on each side, and then the rest of the paper is going to be used for photo mats. Now the design of this layout does kind of need to have the same size photos to make it work. They have a 6x4 like that diagonally from each other, and then 2 3x4s diagonally from each other. Same over here. This spot right here could be a photo or it could be a journaling area. Okay, but now the extra unique thing about this one is when we cut out the L design and get that corner piece, we're going to bring the border in. We're going to bring the opposite one to the opposite side, and it should fit snugly right in the middle. We're going to use a chain style border punch right here. So any chain style that you have to match your theme will work great right there. And let's go ahead and get started. So the papers that I'm using today, I'm bringing this beautiful little star paper back in. If you watched video number 2, you know I at the last minute changed my mind and didn't get a chance to use this. But I'm going to use this as my background paper today because just this bottom portion on each side will be showing, and then it gets covered up a lot with the photos. So not a lot will be showing. I think it's a beautiful use of this paper, and it's going to just be just the right amount of pop that I need for my page. Then for one corner, my left-hand corner, I'm going to bring in this yellow stripe. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And then for the right-hand page, I'm going to bring in this Christmas tree print, which happens to be the back side of the yellow. So I think that those 2 together are going to be absolutely beautiful, and we're going to make a quick and easy page. Okay, let's go ahead and cut our paper. Okay, now this is going to be the page on the left hand side, so I'm going to lay it here so I can see the direction that I want. Not going to make a big difference with my stripes, but it will when I get to the Christmas paper. So I want my stripes to be running like this. So this is going to be the top up here. So I'm turning it, putting it into the trimmer at 1.5 inches. And then the great thing about our trimmer has this great guide here on the bar. And I'm going to go to the 1.5 inch mark, which is also this line right here. I'm going to line up the white on the side to the 1.5 inch mark. And now I'm going to turn it. Here's the top, here's the side. So I'm going to slide it this way, put it at 1.5 inches. This time I'm going to take the white on the blade housing and line it up to my cut line. Very easy to see, and there we go. And that's how easy it is to make that cut. Let's put it like this for one moment while we do the same thing with our green paper. This time it's going to be, this will be the top, and then it's going to come down like that. Again, I'm going to line it up at the 1.5 inch, bring my housing up to the 1.5 inch line. This is the top. So I'm going to turn it, again, line up with my cut line already. You could see that. Perfect. Let's take these away for a moment while we do our punch. Now for my punch, I'm going to bring in the beaded oval. I love using this one for Christmas. I think it reminds me of some garland we used to have when I was a kid. So I've used this before on other Christmas layouts. So I'm going to bring it in again. Okay, so I'm going to do one each. I'm going to do one on the yellow and one on the green. Okay, we'll put these aside for the moment and we're going to continue our cutting. First thing I need to do is to cut the large mats, which are 6 1/4. And then we're going to turn this and do it and cut it at 4 1/4. So these are going to be just slightly larger than our photos. One more. And then with this piece, we're going to cut it at 3 1/2. And then we're going to turn it and we're going to cut at 4 1/4, and we'll do 2 of those. And we're going to do the same thing to this page. First thing I want to do is bring in those corners. I have one for the left-hand side, so it'll go just like that. And then one for the right-hand side, and it'll go just like that. And then we'll bring in our border punch outs, and again we're going to put these on the opposite page. So green will come over here, and it looks like it goes up to the tippy top, but we might be able to play around with this a little bit. So we'll put it up pretty high, but we might be able to move it once we're finished. And that's the special technique of this project recipe, is we cut this L shape here, which we don't do that very often. We punched out a border and then it snugs so nicely and fits from side to side right in between our L designs. Okay, so for the yellow blocks, we're going to take these 2 larger ones, and one's going to come right up here. Now mine are going to be the same as my border punch because my paper was the same. So if you wanted to have that look different, then you might want to change that up a bit. These 2, one is going to come over here and one is going to come over here. So with my paper, the reverse side doesn't really matter. I'm going to be bringing this one in here and here and here and here. So this is our photo placement. Let me go ahead and grab my photos, put these on the mats. It's so easy because these are 4x6s already. So they fit perfectly on our mats. Now, one more thing I wanted to do to this border is down here, they put a little banner cut in there. So I'm going to bring in my banner punch for this. Now you can either do the banner cut or not. I thought it looked pretty nice before I cut the banner going all the way down. And then what they did in the inspiration was they turned it around like that. Or you could just leave it hanging open like that. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it hanging open. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. And it's looking really nice. Now I'm going to pause the camera And I'm going to get all these photos adhered to their mats, get the L cut adhered down, and get this border adhered down. And then, believe it or not, we are ready for embellishing. Hold on and I'll be right back. But while I'm taking a quick break to get all this adhered down, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you to please click that like button. Help me spread my content throughout YouTube. I'm coming up on my 3rd year anniversary, and I would love to keep growing my subscribers. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it, and I'll be right back. Now, this sketch already has very minimal embellishing. They have just a few pieces in each of those 3 areas. There's plenty of room on here that you can dress it up. If you wanted to add more areas or bigger clusters, that would be something that you can easily do. But I feel like I'm going to keep mine very minimal, because the idea of our keeping it simple is just that, keeping it simple, and we'll do some minimal embellishing. I want my photos to really be the highlight, and this sketch really allows for photos to be the highlight. They did some embellishing over here, up here, and over here. Well, I probably won't do that, but I will swing it over here to the side. So up here is where I want to put my title, and I was looking over these titles and words, and I like this one, Holiday Memories. And then I don't think I told you guys, these photos are from 1993, so I don't have albums going back that far. So anyway, I like this one that says Holiday Memories, because I'm not going to say a whole lot on here. You'll see I didn't leave any room for journaling, and that was somewhat intentional. I could have taken out one of these photos and made that a journaling spot. You know, I don't have that much to say. So I want to bring in this, and let's see, Holiday Memories, and I kind of do like it's staggered like that. And let's see, I just feel like I want to bring in a base or something to put that on. So I did go over to my die cut machine, and I cut this die out, and I hope it's not too dark. Holiday Memories. So I think I want this on foam tape. So let me go ahead and do that. There we go. I like that. And we'll go ahead and put that right up here. And let's see, I want to come back in, add something else up there. I'm thinking some little stars. There we go. I like that. That's simple. Now what I'm going to do here, and here actually, is I'm going to bring in my festive light bulb punch. What I want to do with this is one on this red and another one on this avocado green, or some kind of solid color cardstock, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one over here, and I'm going to bring in the year, and then this one will come over here, and it's going to give me just a little bit of a journaling area so that I can say we're at my mother-in-law's house, because we don't go over there for Christmas anymore. Back in the day, the kids used to stay up till midnight, open their gifts, and it was crazy. But as everybody got older, and my mother-in-law included, we stopped doing that. We kind of take turns hosting now. So I just want to have a little room to say something. In fact, maybe I'll punch out one more as a little decoration over there. And then while I have my festive lights punch out, I want to bring in this gold shimmer piece and make some little cap, just to give the light bulb a little bit of a gold cap, kind of like we see with ornaments, right? There's that one. And just to kind of spruce it up a little bit on my layout. And you really could give these any color cap that you wanted. There, that just helps it stand out a little bit more. So on this one, I want to bring in the year. So I'm going to say 1993. There we go. And I'm going to put that right off to the side. I think that's super cute. Okay, what else should we bring in? I like the star. We have some stars up there, and I have this green one. So I think I'm going to bring that in here to kind of help pop that off, that yellow a little bit. And let's see what else. I kind of like these little sprigs. I'm going to tuck it under the light and under the star, like that. So I kind of just want something small here. So I'm thinking maybe a word sticker. So I brought in these green sheet because there's a couple on here. Something like this. Something that says together. And I'm actually going to give that a little banner cut to match the banner cuts that we have already. And then I'm going to slide it underneath the green one because that's where I'm going to write, and then on top of the red one. There we go. I like it. And like I said, I'm going to keep it very minimal. That's all I'm going to do on this layout. Very quick, very simple, and it's a great way to finish up our Keeping It Simple Christmas edition. I sure hope that you got inspired to do some Christmas layouts and or bring out your project recipes and give them a try. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and your friends. And my next video will be soon into the new year. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.